Hi, I'm Sam, and just like the rest of you, I am quarantined inside of my little apartment here in Austin, Texas. And I am bored, so very bored. So I had the idea to start a cooking channel showing how to use the ingredients you probably already have inside of your home and make like a fun dish for fun, I guess. I feel so stupid. So today I'm gonna make pasta carbonara, but not with the traditional things. I'm gonna use bacon, pasta, egg, and cheese, and maybe something else that I forgot to list. Usually it's made with like pancetta or guanciale, which is super hard to find sometimes, especially during a pandemic. But most people have bacon, and I was looking to grab some, so that's what we're gonna use in the place. This is weird. I'll work on it. So clearly this won't be traditional carbonara, and I know that's gonna upset a lot of people. I didn't need to do that around people. They're gonna be real. But we're gonna have fun. No, we're not. I don't know why I said that. But we're gonna do our best with what we have, and hopefully it turns out. I have like a 50% success rate with this. I'm still doing this, huh? I'll work on it. So we're gonna accomplish 3 things. 1, we're gonna make pasta carbonara. 2, we're gonna do a Q&A in the question corner. And 3, I'm gonna make my quarantine cocktail that I've been making for a long time, but it's coming in real handy right now. So let's start. Yeah, let's go. Let's start. Let's cook. Me. We have thick cut bacon, 4 eggs, and about half a cup of shaved Parmesan, about 1/4 of a cup of fancy cheddar I grabbed at Specs, wine, spirits, and finer foods. We're going to start by creating our egg and cheese slurry. We're going to crack 3 whole eggs and the yolk of the 4th to make our sauce extra creamy. So, what you're going to want to do is try to be impressive on camera and crack your eggs with only one hand and fail at it every single time. Next, you strain off the whites of the 4th egg and add the yolk to the mixture. Then you're going to want to dig out all the shells that you dropped in there and beat the eggs until it's mixed. Next, add your cheese and mix it all together until it's well combined. The next step is to dice your bacon. The trick I've learned is that you wet a napkin and put it underneath your cutting board to keep it from slipping around. The key component of this dish is the fat that renders out of the bacon. That is the delicious glue holding it all together. I'm using about half the pack of the bacon and saving the rest for a future episode. I stacked pieces, and then I'm going to cut them about 1/2 inch strips. We want sizable pieces to render out all of that fat. If you weren't already horrified by my process of carbonara, this next step may not help. What I thought was spaghetti has turned out to be vermicelli. I mean, there's a pandemic going on, so be mad at that and not me. Now we're gonna make our quarantine cocktail. So, to start, grab your fanciest glass. Next, you'll need your choice of vodka. I usually purchase locally for my vodka, but the variety is slim right now, so I went for the best bang for my buck. Next, you're gonna wanna grab some green tea. I use Arizona 0-calorie green tea sweetened with ginseng and honey. It's low calorie and it does the job. To start, you're going to want to use your best ice cube from your Death Star ice mold. We will start with 2 ounces of vodka poured perfectly just like a bartender. Next, splash your green tea on top. And for this to be considered a cocktail, you're going to need 3 ingredients. So, garnish with a lemon, or a whole lemon, it's your choice. This is the perfect quarantine cocktail. Now, my family asked me to send a video of me trying to actually drink out of this glass, and this is how it went. Very well. I know it may seem like a bad drink, but this is my go-to drink all the time, like 9 times a night. So, back to cooking. I'm adding my cut up bacon to a cold pan to help render out the fat. I'm putting it on medium heat and giving them a stir until they start to turn into little crispy boys. So now that that's warming up on the stove, why don't we head on over to the question corner? Follow me. So, welcome to the Q&A part of the episode. First question is, what am I listening to? During quarantine, I'm listening to my friend's band, Husbands. They're great. I enjoy them. I think, honestly, everybody could as well, is what a person would say. I will put a link into the thing for Spotify so you can check them out. You're going to like them. Question number 2. What am I watching? Clearly, The Last Man on Earth, because of everything that's happening. And the third question is, how am I helping? And it's not so much how much I am helping, but my company, Digital Marketer, has opened up all of our gated content to everyone for free. No credit cards, anything like that. You can get trainings, workshops, templates, anything at all that we offer. If you're trying to learn anything about digital marketing or just grow your business or just anything in that market, you can try it out absolutely free till the end of March. I recognize that it's day 7 of the quarantine and it's like the 23rd, so there's only a few days left, but it's an option and I highly suggest you take it. There's really no risk at all. Hope you like it. I think that's the end of Question Corner. Let's get back to cooking. Just as these things are starting to get browned around the edges, I'm going to go ahead and drop my pasta. I've got about 6 cups of lightly salted water boiling already. The goal here is to cook it slightly under al dente because we're going to finish it in the pan with all that fat that rendered out of the bacon. After the bacon has achieved crispy boy status, we're going to kill the heat and drain off some of the fat for future use. Once the bacon has stopped sizzling, we're going to add our pasta directly to the pan. We're going to stir the pasta around to get covered in all that fat. I pulled a full cup of pasta water out of the pot and added it straight to the pan to reduce down. The starch from the pasta will help create a creamy sauce. You're going to want to do several fancy flips to show off. I turned off the heat and let the pasta water cook off. We will be using the residual heat to cook our egg slurry, but you want to let the pasta rest for a minute. Otherwise, you're just going to end up with scrambled eggs on your pasta. It's not terrible, but that's not what we're going for. After the heat reduces slightly, you will add the egg slurry and agitate the mixture so the eggs don't sit. After a few minutes of stirring and tossing, it's finally ready to plate it up. Do a couple of nice pasta spins, top it with your bacon, and garnish with parsley, and it's time to enjoy. I was super happy the way that this dish turned out. As you can tell, I did a little happy dance in the background because I honestly surprised myself. The bacon was smoky, it was creamy, pasta was great. As you can tell, I decided to eat this like a quarantine man. That's how good this was. Just remember to stay safe, wash your hands, do your best to eat well.